once again. Welcome to today's class. These days, we'll look into statistics topic test of significance / hypothesis or hypothesis. This topic will be in many parts, or the video will be in many parts. This is the first part of it. Please keep in touch with the other videos so that you see when we upload it and watch it as well. As I said, we are going into test of hypothesis. You may know what hypothesis mean before now, but want to recall or refresh it in our mind once again. What does hypothesis mean? Hypothesis simply means a claim or assumption made which has not been confirmed. Now, we have seen what hypothesis means. How do we confirm it? What you do is you go into experiments to get the result of the data and see whether it is true or whether it is not true. So, this hypothesis we are discussing is divided broadly into two. One, null hypothesis, and two, alternative hypothesis. I repeat, hypothesis is divided into two. One, null hypothesis, and two, alternative hypothesis. What do we mean by null hypothesis? And what do we mean by alternative hypothesis? Null hypothesis simply means a claim or assumption made which have not been confirmed. That is, the first claim made, the first assumption made which has not been confirmed. That is about null hypothesis. Then what do we mean by alternative hypothesis? Alternative hypothesis is the second assumption made, second claim made, which contradicts the first claim which has not been confirmed. So for you to call a particular hypothesis an alternative hypothesis, it means that that claim or assumption made is contradicting the already made assumption. So the claim must contradict the first assumption made before you say it is alternative hypothesis. See what we mean. When we say that Mr. A says paracetamol cures headache, cures ordinary headache. And when we say that Mr. B says paracetamol does not cure ordinary headache, this first claim is called null hypothesis, while the second claim is called alternative hypothesis. Why do we call it null hypothesis? It's because it is the first claim or assumption made. We have not confirmed that, so we cannot say you are correct or you are wrong. Then why do we call this alternative hypothesis? It's because it is a second claim made which contradicts the first claim. We call it alternative hypothesis. Now, how do we know which of these beings or which of these persons, which of them is correct? For you to confirm who is correct, you go into experiment, real life experiment. It can be in the laboratory. You can go into laboratory and get data. You can go into research and confirm. Okay? But short thing there is that you must go into experiment to get information that will help you say this man said the truth or this man does not say the truth. Okay? Now, do you know it is possible after running experiment, real life experiment, and after doing everything, you get a result, experimental result. Do you know that you can make error in decision or while making decision? Yes, it's possible. This day, it happens in a normal laboratory we have. Some people out of carelessness may make mistake when they check you on a particular disease, maybe it's negative, they tell you that it's positive, or when it is positive, they tell you that it's a normal thing. So there could be error in decision making. There could be error in announcing the experimental result. Now, in this topic, we define or we classify the two errors we have. We classify the error into two. The first error is what? Type 1 error, and the second error is type 2 error. What do we mean by type 1 error? In type 1 error, it simply means reject true null hypothesis. While type 2 error simply means accept false null hypothesis. Now let's see how we can understand these two errors we have in decision making. These are the two types of errors we have in decision making. You can see the simple explanation on the two errors. Let's see how we can understand it better. Let's say that Mr. A said, yes, paracetamol cures headache. He has made a claim now, and we as scientists, we want to confirm whether this claim made is true or not. What we do is that we get patients that have ordinary headache. When we get them, we give them 500 milligrams of paracetamol, 2 tablets 3 times daily from a good manufacturer. Okay? When we administer these 2 tablets of paracetamol 3 times daily, and we realize that it did not cure headache, it means it's not a good paracetamol. So when the paracetamol is from a good manufacturer, a reliable manufacturer, and we carry 2 tablets and give it to that patient that have ordinary headache 3 times daily, that morning, afternoon, and night, you will prove with me that as far as that paracetamol is a very quality paracetamol, it will cure that ordinary headache the person have. Now, after we have realized that this paracetamol succeeded in curing ordinary headache that malaria is not attached to or any other disease is attached to, it's just ordinary headache that you have. When we realize that paracetamol cures it, and you come out of the laboratory and you announce or you write in the report book that, or result book, that paracetamol does not cure headache, what you have succeeded doing is that you have rejected the true null hypothesis we have. True null hypothesis says paracetamol cures headache, and from your experimental result you realize that it cures headache indeed. Instead of you writing yes, paracetamol cures headache, you stupidly reject that true null hypothesis. You have committed type 1 error. That is what it simply means. So, for you to commit type 1 error, it means that you rejected the true null hypothesis. Meaning that what you got for your result is true, and it back up what Mr. A said, but you went ahead and rejected it. You have committed type 1 error. Now, I want to go and understand what type 2 error means. Now, this Mr. A make another claim. Paracetamol kills worm. Worm can be infested with what? Worms. Now, you and I know that no patients have been given paracetamol to take care of worm if you are in a medical field. For you to take care of worm, you give albendazole, mebendazole, a lot of drugs, but not paracetamol. But we are considering this, we are looking into this matter without, as if we have not known it before. We want to confirm whether this man's statement is correct. Now, what we will do is that you take patients that have worm, take them to the lab, administer them paracetamol. Once you give the patient paracetamol as the dose required, are the dose required. And the next day the person still complaining, one is still disturbing me, one is still disturbing me, one is still disturbing me. What will you say is your conclusion? Will you say that paracetamol cures headache? No, because paracetamol did not succeed in killing any worm. Paracetamol does not have any link in killing worms. So we have realized from our laboratory results that paracetamol does not kill worm. Now we came out of the lab, instead of us to write paracetamol does not kill worm in our result sheet. This is what we're supposed to write in our result sheet. Does not kill worm. We went ahead, maybe out of carelessness, and report that paracetamol kills worm. We went ahead out of carelessness and write paracetamol kills worm. What we have succeeded doing is that we accepted the first null hypothesis. This is very false. This null hypothesis, these two are taken to be null hypothesis. Null hypothesis. Now, this null hypothesis is obviously noted to be false. But from your result, you say that paracetamol kills worm. It means that this is your result in your laboratory, but while reporting, you reported that paracetamol kills worm. The implication is that you accepted the first null hypothesis. The hypothesis is already false. The null hypothesis is already false. After your result or after your experiment, instead of you to say paracetamol does not cure worm or does not kill worm, you went ahead and report that this null hypothesis is true, and you accepted it. It means that you have committed type 2 error. So, in a nutshell, type 1 error means when the true null hypothesis, when the null hypothesis is true, and you went ahead to reject it. While type 2 error simply means when the null hypothesis is obviously noted to be false, but you went ahead to accept it. That is type 2 error. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video as you enjoy it. See the next topic or the next subtopic under this topic, where we will do definition of term. Look into level of significance and one-tailed test to the left, one-tailed test to the right, and two-tailed test. See you in the next video.